name is Greg Hauser. I am a Senior Operations Research Analyst at CANA, and I've been with CANA since April of 2023. It changes a lot. I will usually drive my own personal school bus to drop off a bunch of kids to school and then come back in, sit down, catch up on whatever happened, from the previous evening till that point. We have a lot of West Coasters, so sometimes, and clients on the West Coast, so stuff comes in overnight. And usually you get through a little bit of that crush, and then it's, lunch whenever you get a chance, and some meetings. There's usually a meeting or two. And then if it's deep work Thursday, then I actually get something done, and it's awesome. The flexibility, I'm sure everyone says the flexibility. It's super awesome. I do like there's a way where it feels a little bit more personal, right? So for me specifically, I just got my own home office set up, pretty much done. So I'm very excited to step into that every day. And it's like my space, right? So I feel like I could never accomplish anything close to that if I were going into an office space somewhere every day, whether it was a cubicle, even if I had like the corner office or whatever. It's never going to be as good as what you can, do for yourself at home, right? So I think that's a big part of it, is I feel very comfortable like stepping into and out of work, and I feel like I can integrate it into my particular life and what I'm trying to do day to day very easily, right? And I think CANA's got a really good culture about letting people do that and being very tolerant very patient and trusting with okay, Greg's not available at this moment. He's doing a thing, he'll be back, and then I come back and we resume, right? It's like, I don't feel like that causes disruptions, whether it's me or someone else, right? We've got our way of kind of working around each other. And I think it boosts productivity, if anything, because people are able to get, they're able to do what they need to do, and everyone's got something totally different going on, right? So. Yeah, culture and people, which is probably the same answer twice, but I think, I don't know exactly where to start, but so I think the culture is very unique at CANA. I think a lot of it comes from the fact that a bunch of CANers are vets, right? They've been there, they've done all that, so this probably isn't their worst day at work, for one. I think there's a lot of experience and a lot of leadership that people bring, from either, previous work elsewhere or being a vet. And I think a lot of it also, people bring a lot of passion to what they're doing. I feel like a lot of people at CANA are working at CANA because they want to be doing the work they're doing at CANA, not because they got a good offer, right? Like, people are here and they'd be doing what they're doing. They'd be trying to do what they're doing here wherever they landed, but I think they're doing it here because they want to be doing it first off, and I think we have a unique culture in making it possible for people to do the type of work they want, like the different projects they want to do, right? I think we've got a lot of really excellent SMEs. I think that's what Connie, our COO, I think that's one of her lines is, our superpowers are SMEs. I totally believe that. I work very closely with a bunch of our SMEs, and they're all totally killer. They're great. And I think the way that you can bounce off of each other, you can be super coordinated on a lot of complex kind of niche stuff. We got a pretty serious concentration of all that. So I think the particular work that people are trying to do at CANA, we're just super prepared to do it, right? I think it would be really hard to do. I don't know. I think, so that's like the people and the culture, right? Is we've got the culture where people trust each other. They understand, hey, there's, make a little wiggle room over here for what's happening. But then at the same time, it's a give and a take. So you can expect that back, right? If you need to help someone make a particular deadline or something like that, the teamwork is there, there's the trust is there, the cooperation, the coordination, it's all there. And I think that comes from, that's a cultural thing that I think comes from the people, past experiences, but then also what we are actively encouraging, within CANA. I think there's a lot of really good, just like, teamwork in the sense of, I don't know exactly how to say it, but like tag teaming, if you will, right? Like there's a lot of really good communication that we have established internally across a lot of teams that I've been a part of. So there's a high degree of comfort if someone's like, hey, I got to step out for something, or something just popped up. This client over here is freaking out. I got to go over there. That doesn't present a massive problem, I don't think, in a lot of the teams I've been on. Very frequently, that's fine, right? And I think that's unique to CANA. I think the people in the culture allow for that kind of a thing. And if you can't allow for that, then you get stuck really fast. You get stuck really quickly because stuff is gonna happen, right? You can't plan everything out. So. Yeah. So I think they're critical. I think they're great. I really enjoy them every single time. And, part of that is, again, the people, like in addition to being able to do the work that we want to do, I think we're also, a lot of us are just a lot of fun to be around, and that goes a long way. So the co-working days contribute a lot to that. Margaret and I have a unique situation because not only do we work together and we're at home all the time, so we kind of have like a built-in office buddy situation there. We both have Walt as our boss, and Walt's phenomenal. He's fantastic. So it's really fun to hang out with your boss on a regular basis, have fun, it's relaxed, and we're also productive at times, right? Yeah. If you can believe it. I think we are excellent at a lot of things. In particular, I think we do something very difficult very well. And I think that is going from, subject matter expertise to functional, highly effective analytics. So I'm going to say that because I'm an analytics professional, right? I'm one of the worst at trying to do the analytics, but I think, and you see this on some project work, you see subject matter expert will come in and say, well, we do things this way, A, B, and C. And then that's taken by some group somewhere, trying to do analytics, and they just, verbatim A, B, C. And that causes all kinds of problems. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I think what it means to be a CANer is, we're playing in that space where we can kind of, we have one side of the house, the SMEs, saying interesting stuff, giving us mission critical information. And then you got the other side of the house interpreting that and putting it into action. And so as a CANer, I feel I get a lot of satisfaction, I think, and I'm interested in how we do that. So when I think of a CANer, I think of someone who's involved in that process, focused on getting to a place where, we've produced something that's actually useful, that will get used, which it sounds like a low bar, but it's not. It's talk to Walt, he'll tell you, it's got a whole book chapter on why is no one using my model, right? I think he has to pay me for that plug, but, exactly, yeah. But that's I identify pretty strongly with that, and I think, like I said, I think it's a hard thing to do, and I think we do it well. And it's not something that you get to do, you don't do it like every single day, right? You build up to it, but yeah, I think that's what makes us special.